Hello, welcome back to Rada. My name is Beast, and today we're back with with a new series, Corona Blossom. I won the poll, so here we are. Even though people keep telling me that it's apparently bad. Also, I think I need to turn the fucking music down a bit again. Also, hold on. First, let me just... Oh, just like 25. And next up, we have a very, very, very important setting to still adjust. Actually, hold on, now I'm curious. If there's like a make them hop button similarly to what they have in fucking Necropada, but apparently nah. Also, yes, I have energy drink because earlier today, by earlier today, I meant technically yesterday when you really think about it. Essentially, I was awake until like 10 a.m. Not because I wanted to, I literally just couldn't fall asleep. And then at like fucking 6, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna get up real quick and just eat something. But my mother was about to bring my little sister to school, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait, ask her to bring me something along from the bakery. So I ate it. And then I just looked at the time and was like, it's, you know what? It's like 7:30. I need to call the fucking, need to call the goddamn, train service anyways, because, I don't remember if I talked about it, but, on Saturday, I was in Munich. Hang out with Colonel. I think I talked about that, but it's literally like like one of the final parts of Tour 2, so who knows? Maybe some people didn't get to that. But essentially I hung out, and when I was buying the ticket on Friday, I found out, because essentially I was trying to buy a Deutschland ticket, which allows you to essentially use any kind of public transport, if you have it. So I bought it. So I wanted to buy it, so I bought it. However, I didn't get the email with the code that let me input it into the app for some reason. So I was looking around. And suddenly noticed. Wait. It automatically canceled the order because it said I already have one. Whoops. I just noticed that. Yeah, so I went and checked because I didn't remember buying one already. And turns out that the last time I was in Munich was on August, like August 12th, I think. I bought the ticket on August 11th. And since then, I've been paying 49 euros every month. So if we include the 2 months where I actually used the train, I essentially threw like 245 euros. Or 44, who fucking cares? 245 or 244 euros into the trash. Should be 245. So yeah, just into the fucking balefire, essentially. So I called them and wanted to ask, like, hey, I want to ask if there's a way to get my money back, because I did actually check if I still had that subscription for that ticket going. It's just that it wasn't in the app anymore. So naturally, I assumed, oh, it's not in the app anymore, so clearly I'm not paying for it anymore. Since if it's not in the app, clearly it's should be cancelled. No. turns out that when that app updates, it deletes the ticket out of it without canceling it. You just have to re-enter it. And it updated. So I just didn't even know there was still a thing, and yet still paid for it. They can't give me my money back, which I call bullshit on that, but what the fuck am I supposed to do? And, after that, I had to essentially, like, prep a bunch of stuff, because I already mentioned that we have 2 cats outside, and, essentially to make sure our garden does not turn into a goddamn, cat breeding ground, we've decided that we would catch the cats and have them neutered. So, essentially, we caught them in a trap, and people went and fetched them. And so we, since after the operation they can't really hold their own body heat anymore, I decided that I would go we decided that we would essentially put them into the apartment that I plan on moving into. So we did that. But we essentially need to prepare like a nice corner of newspaper stuff to put the fucking cages on, since they're supposed to stay in their cages for 1 day. So we can let them out tomorrow, essentially. And so we had to repair that, and after was like, you know what? I want to go buy I need to go buy groceries anyways, as well as check when I have to work tomorrow, since my vacation is over now. So we just decided, you know what, fuck it, let's just go grocery shopping now, and afterwards I'll just sleep. So that's what I did. So I slept from 10 until 4, and let's just say, when grocery shopping, I had the premonition, I'm gonna be tired for the rest of the day, so let's buy 2 energy drinks. This is the second one already. But yeah, anyways, I sure fucking started rambling there for 7 minutes, but hey, what's fucking new, quite frankly? Anyways, I should say probably, down in the description below you'll find a link to the Steam page for this game. If it isn't there, just tell me. I likely forgot. Wouldn't be the first time. So yeah, anyways, let's just start. Why is everything breaking?
おーい、これでも急いではいるのですが、まったくどこにあるのか皆目見当たらず、使ったら元の場所に戻す。そんなのは宇宙規模で常識のはずだというのに。ほらほら、探せ。ちんたらイコールケツバットすんぞ。余計なこと言ってないで手伝いなさい。鍵はどこですか？なぜ定位置にないのか。片付けられない女はうちの上司だけで十分だという。I
wonder if that's the key they're looking for.
ほらほら、時間ないよ。急いで。あとユニーはちょっと後で話がある。
聞こえません。
来ましたー。戻ってきた
ー。帰ってくるのが早いですね。どうします？
もう探し物は後回し。こうなったら先にご主人様のお出迎えだ。
にゃんにゃん。にゃんにゃん。
みんな静かに。位置についたかい？
はい。いつでもお出迎えできます。
準備万端。にゃんにゃ。じゃあお出迎えの前にいつもの。
分かってます。いかなる時も優雅に作法を忘れず、我々の礼儀にのっとって
喜びを分かちたまえ。お帰りなさいませ、ご主人様。金を出しやがれ。
やりましたね。久々の大収穫です。環境設定なの。好きに音の設定なの。私ですか。命令なら仕方ありませんね。
Listen, all I needed was one fucking look and I had a bias already.
Fuck. こんなしけた稼ぎで大げさに喜ぶんじゃねえって。ご先祖様の名が泣くだろうがよ。
I mean, your ancestors can't be as fucking depressed as mine.
宇宙にその名を轟かせた大海賊名古屋コーチン2世の子孫が2ヶ月も液体形態食で過ごしてるなんて知ったら泣くどころかドン引きでしょうね。うっ
せ、そもそもあのジジイどもの時代と今とじゃ物価が違えんだよ。物価が
また見本のような時代のせいにする今時の若者ですね。根性ひん曲がってるだけならまだしも言い訳ばっかりお達者になられてどこからの入れ知恵なのでしょう。
Okay, things just keep getting better. On top of, you know, that design, she also seems to be like the mature mentor type. In a way. So yeah, things just get better. They just keep getting better apparently.
その奥ゆかしい頭脳にも分かりやすく言わせていただきますと、ここ数日で初めてのまともな稼ぎなんで、ぶっちゃけプライドとかどうでもよくねという感じでございます。
あたしゃ、そんな毛も生えてねえような意識の高いガキみてえな喋り方してね
えっていうか、預金3桁って一般社会的に存在意義が消失してるってご存知ですか？
はあ、あたしゃ海賊だぞ。一般社会とか関係ねえし。
そうですね、関係ありませんね。だって海賊社会的に言い直せばマジでゴミくず以下ですからね。我々が皆に何と呼ばれているかご存知で？アンドレッド・シャモーニ。
反射もキラキラキラ。くんのー、笑うんじゃないよ。にゃが
何を血迷われてるんですか。子分を蹴らないでください。この子たちの修理費もバカにならないんですから。
そこかよ。
まあイラつく気持ちもわかります。なんせこの2ヶ月液体食地獄でしたからね。ですが今日手に入れた貴金属をセンターに売ってしまえばようやくこの地獄から解放されます。固形物が食べられるんですよ。固形物美味しいよ。万歳する？
I already love her. I already fucking love her.
あんたって人を小バカにするときだけは輝いてるね。直視に耐えないよ。
あの皮肉王名古屋コーチン2世の子孫もさすが空腹ともなると皮肉にキレがありませんね。ああ湿気元からでしたね。
反応する気も起きないよ。査定額出たぞ。こんだけ。マジかよ。にゃんにゃー。しみったれた稼ぎだね。せっかくこんな片田舎の銀河団までやってきたってのに。じじばばの話じゃ、昔はちょっと辺境に顔を出せばバカスカとレアな金属が取れたって話なのにさ。
仕方ありません。ご近所があらかた取り尽くされてしまいましたし、そもそも海賊の昔話なんて持って盛りまくってありますので。
話半分にしたって わざわざラニアケア超銀河団までやってきたんだぞ。ほんとしけてんな。ああ、そろそろこいつのポンコツエンジンだって買い替えなきゃだし、ここらで一発大きく稼ぎたいもんだよ。
まったくです。しかしそうそう美味しい話が転がってるわけじゃ。これは
どうした？またバカンス中のバカな金持ちの金庫でも引っかかったか？
いえ、これは超希少金属の反応。
A マイナスぐらい？いや、この際贅沢は言わない。B プラスぐらい欲しいね。
It's gonna be like triple S or something.
ランク SS です。
Double.
なんだって？SS ってと一握りで100年は遊んで暮らせるレベルじゃねえか。
そうです、そのレベルです。しかも結構なサイズ。エンジン買い替えるどころか船が買え、いえ、ボスミケ級惑星が丸々1個買えるレベルです。うっし
ゃー！海賊の女神様が私にまた開いてきた。よーし、向かえ。場所は？
対象は移動中。予測落下地点はラニアケア超銀河団、乙女座超銀河団圏、天の川銀河市、太陽系区地球町です。
しゃー！全速前進！私たちの幸運の流れ星だ。誰にも渡すんじゃないよ。
にゃんにゃーん。
You and I, let's have a pre-party to celebrate our future. Fuck. Too slow. Galactic Spawn, complete the prologue. Hey, you alright? You think you can keep going?
もちろん。ボックスに乗った私を舐めないでください。次行きましょう。
No need to rush. There are only a few items left to check.
もうおしまいか。ようやくこの子の操縦に慣れてきたっていうのに。
Yes, yes. Okay, then this time check the operating arm on the right. Pick up that block over there, the one that's about a meter across.
任せてください。ほらほら、どうですか？見てください。掴めました。
Hey, stupid! You don't have to show it to me every time. Stop turning around. I panicked, grabbed the mic on my headset. It's gonna fall! Hey! She moves the mech's left arm and uses it for support. It stops leaning to one side and regains its footing. Fine, but you need to cover yourself with the right arm if you stay like that. A scream bursts out of my headset, which had managed to slip off my ear just before the mech fell to the ground. As I hear her roar out in the distance, I stare at that lump of metal now lying in the midst of a swirling cloud of dust. Oh, man. You've really done it now. Put the headset on to my ear once more. Hey, you okay?
Hi. 私は大丈夫ですけど。
At any rate, that was a rather unusual means of inspecting it, but I think we can check the satisfactory box for endurance testing. Well, if you're doing okay, then why don't you come on out? Let's take a little break. We're gonna have to replace that warped left forearm anyway.
Hi, Sensei.
You know where the tilt switch on that thing is, right? If you don't want to make more work for me than you have already, don't touch anything else in there. At the press of a switch, the support arm shoots out from over the machine and it automatically begins recalibrating to its default settings. Once it's level once more, the cockpit slowly opens. If you're really sorry, you might think to switch your headset off. Yeah, I'm used to it. Actually, could you try getting used to that too? So, you really didn't hurt yourself? No bruises? Sorry, can you show me your back? I want to make sure the seatbelt's fastened okay. Kumiko leans forward to expose her back, so put a foot on the ladder in the to the cockpit and take a look at the belt. Yeah, oh man, that's a lot of sweat. Her shirt's sticking to her back from all the moisture. Yeesh. She's not wearing anything underneath the top. You can clearly see the nice curve of her back. Climb out of the machine after confirming that there are no problems with the seatbelt. Kumiko Kirishima! The belt's fine, but where's the protector? I told you to wear it, didn't I? Well, duh, this thing's still under repair. The air conditioning's last on the list. You little... Why do you think I made you wear a jumpsuit? Do you want to get yourself burned? You can actually just see the point. You can actually just see the nips. Like, you want me to smack you? For goodness sakes, put on some underwear too if you can manage that. I'd really rather you didn't unleash your puppies all the time like that. I'd also appreciate it if you didn't abbreviate the word protector like it's a bra or something. It's confusing. Well, I'm the one you're helping out, so I'm not gonna push it, but take care not to get yourself injured at least. Really don't want that to happen, and neither does this machine. Kumiko nods her head meekly. Oh, girl, I tap her lightly on the head with the checklist I've got in my hand. Don't get too full of yourself just because you made it through the Robo Sports Nationals. They may both be robots, but Vork's labor mechs are totally different from the competitive Vailaora models. Also use more polite speech when you're at work, remember? I hate acting all high and mighty with someone my own age, but I have to be tough on her so she doesn't get herself injured. It probably would have been easier to treat Kumiko this way to begin with, since she's used to the rough and tumble of competitive sports. Listen, that left arm you used when checking the controls is just a backup. It looks and weighs the same as the other one for the sake of balance checks, but it's weaker, so you can't use it the same way. Alright, repeat that back to me.
左は仮のアームでバランスチェックのために見た目や重さは一緒だけど柔らかい材質でできているから注意が必要。
You got that.
身をもってお釈にしたアームは私の給料から転引きしておいてください。
No, but
いえいえ、こういうのは身を切って覚えないと。
You have any idea how much this thing costs?
これ万円ぐらいですか?
Kumiko slowly begins counting it on her fingers. 27 times that. Ah, it's an old model, so I was already planning to buy a replacement. Don't worry about paying me back.
ですが壊したのは私で
And it's still my responsibility since I'm the one who let you ride the Vorks.
テンション上がって調子に乗ったのも私ですし
And that's also my responsibility. Alright? Now that you've learned your lesson, no more rash decision making. Counting on you.
はい無事故無違反それが大崎鉄工所の自慢ですもんね
That's right, I mean, it may only be a repair job, but Gramps finally decided to let me take care of everything. Can't lose his trust now.
ですね早く直して魚政さんのところに納品しましょ
Like I said, don't be rash.
うはーい
So how's it looking? Any problems? You know, besides the left arm being all bent out of shape.
あそうですね右の踏み込みがちょっと浮いてる感あるので制御が甘くなってバランスが崩れてましたあと作業アームが一定以上上がると急に出力が落ちるのでアクチュエーターのセンサが
See, so that part's... Okay, next. Sit down next to Canopy and note all the issues she mentions. I expect nothing less of a National Robotics Championship veteran. Your grasp of these machines' behavior is pretty astounding. Not about to tell her that, though. Don't want her getting too cocky.
先輩先輩以上ですけど聞いてます
Oh, my bad. I was just thinking about something else.
とかなんとか言って私のスケスケおっぱい見てたんじゃないんですか
Huh? What kind of tactical advantage do you think your boobs give you, Miss My Hand slipped during the test run? They're all droopy. How about you work on your feminine? How about working on your feminine charm a bit before you go around saying stuff like that?
ひどすぎきっとスケスケおっぱいには需要はありますよ
Also, they're not droopy. But there'd be absolutely no demand for you.
あ、本当だそんな私これでも女子ですよ需要ありますよね先輩
I've no idea. Get off me. You're dripping with sweat.
汗だくってのもある種おつなポイントなんじゃないんですか
Oh, shut up. It's gross. Come on down there and get changed already.
確かに気持ち悪いいっそのこと泳いできていいですか川近いですし
Did you bring a swimsuit?
すっぽんぽん is all mighty
Save it. I don't want a criminal in my ranks.
やだな冗談ですよ
That's a lie. I'm 100% convinced she wasn't joking. Had I given her permission, she absolutely would have done it. This may be the boonies, but at her age, the cops aren't going to let her skinny dip freely.
しょっとそれにしても便利ですよねボタン一つで乗り降りしやすい格好になるって
Kumiko seems impressed. She leaps from the ladder and pets the Vorks like it's a pony. Oh, right. Combat mechs have that feature removed to make them as light as possible, don't they?
そうですよだから乗るときに四つん這いになった子にいちいち登らなくちゃいけなくて
Well, Vorks are meant for commercial use, so customer safety comes first.
ちょっと重くなってもいいから私のにもつけてほしいな
Try telling that to the mechanics, pouring their hearts and souls into making your machine as light as possible. They'd cry.
分かってますってば理想ですよ理想言うだけはただじゃないですか
Those little throwaway remarks of yours end up leaving us engineers with no time to sleep.
ご苦労かけますですあ、そういえば今夜ですね隕石が落ちてくるの
It's actually quite shocking how bad she is at segueing naturally from one topic of conversation to another. Check the time on my watch. Yeah, I think it's supposed to come down somewhere over Russia, is it? It's past noon, so it shouldn't be too much longer. It's not like we'll be able to see it from you.
大気圏で燃え尽きちゃうらしいですけどその最後の一瞬だけでも見たいじゃないですかほらネット見てみましょうよスマホ
Before that, you need to dry off. You're gonna catch a cold. Here, take this towel. It's chilled.
ああどうも
なんかこう脇とかすんごいんですよね。あー、冷えタオル気持ちいい。
Why? Is it more easier?
かろうじておっぱいの存在に助けられてますね。
How am I supposed to reply to that? Can you stop it? Flashing me an evil grin, Kumiko lifts up her shirt and wipes down her sides. Yep, she doesn't have a speck of sex appeal or any other merits, really. Yeah, we're pretty much done here. Turn towards the distant source of the voice.
お疲れ様。ちょうどスイカもいい感じで冷えてるから食べる？
あ、待ってました。八百八さんからもらったものですよね。食べます。
I'll take some too.
はーい。それじゃあ早速用意する。
Chino's wrong.
ごめん。着るもの忘れちゃったみたい。
Ah. See, Shino's as spacey as always.
よし、性能テストを兼ねて私が作業アームでこう。
Don't play with borrowed equipment.
ですよね。
家に戻って取ってくるね。ちょっと待ってて。
Hold it. It'll take you a whole hour to get to your house and back from here.
でも、じゃあどうしよっか。
よし、そのまま勢いよく落として割っちゃえ、シノさん。
いやってクミコちゃん、ブルーシート敷かなくていいから。
でもスイカ食べたい。もう口の中スイカになってるんですから。
でもケイ君はどう思う？
Well, there's no one else around, so why not just smash it open?
いいのかな。落としてスイカを割るなんてすっごい農家さんに悪いことしてる気が。
でもちょっとドキドキしません？
ちょっとする。
However much you protest, Shino, you look like you're on board with this.
決定！割りましょう。勝ち割りましょう。
はあ、もう仕方ないな。行くよ。離れててね。
Shino wobbles a little as she raises the watermelon. What's that?
あ？なんでしょうこの音。なんか花火っぽい。
あっちの空から？
Is that a meteor? Why? Wasn't it supposed to be falling over Russia? Wait, more importantly. It was bad, I think to myself, and started running over to where Shino is standing, but the moment I stooped down to tackle her out of the way, it happens. The shock waves are tremendous, of course. Right in front of me, a frilly pair of women's underwear. The whole situation is so shocking in so many ways that we're all reduced to silence, excruciating silence. Wait, Shino, it was an accident. I get an ominous feeling, the sense that something's about to come down on me hard.
あ、割れた。
You know, there's something fucking funny. There's something funny about the fact that there's like high-tech future with mechs and space travel and all that. And then she still has like a fucking iPod mini. Wipe my head with a towel, having just washed it. Well, dunked it in the river. A sudden sharp pain reverberates through my skull.
本当にごめんなさい。
Oh, I'm fine, I'm fine.
いやー、落ちたのすごい衝撃だったね。
Which thing are you talking about? Is what I secretly thought, but I guess it's best not to say that out loud. Digging that up would just make us both feel worse. Yeah, I'll just have to bury that image deep down inside. And take it out once in a while for a sneak peek.
き落ちたのロシアに落ちた隕石のかけらとかなのかな。
Don't know, no idea. Anyways, wasn't it supposed to burn up in the atmosphere?
ですよね。でもタイミング的には他に考えられないし。ケイ君、頭割れてない？見せてみて。
I'm alright. Hey, wait, don't pull me about so roughly.
ケイ君、血がぐっちょり。私の手に。
No, that's just watermelon juice. You must I must have missed it while washing up.
なんだ。本当だ。ほのかにスイカのフレーバーも。
Still tastes like watermelon? And please, don't like it. What about you, Shino? You alright?
うん、私は平気だけど、ケイ君はやっぱりまだ痛むよね。
Nah, it is nothing compared to Gramps' fists of fury.
それって相当ってことだよね。ケイ君、怒られたら1時間は泣きっぱなしだし。そうなんですか？刑事ってば、この前も親方に怒られてたけど、あの後泣いてたんだ。
We're talking about when I was a little kid. By the way, we're still on the job. Fix your language.
どう考えても今はオフですよーって。
Kumiko grins at me teasingly, then begins collecting pieces of watermelon from the tarp and eating them up. I look at her sidelong before checking my watch I removed from my wrist before washing my head. Why isn't it moving? Nervously draw a breath, then suddenly click. The hand shifts.
ケイ君、大丈夫？もしかして腕時計壊れちゃった？
Nah, it's fine.
よかった。私またやらかしちゃったのかと思ったよ。
She looks like she could wet.
よかった。
She looks like she could wet herself at any moment.
シノさん、今にもちびりそうな顔してるけど、そんなに高価なものなの？まだだから、まだ湿ってないからね。
Shino, you're panicking over no, there's nothing. Stop saying stupid stuff like that, Kumiko.
でも二人ともすっごい顔してたよ。それこそ体感で気温が 2,3 度下がったぐらい。
Kumiko interrogates her while picking up pieces of watermelon from the tarp and munching them like a squirrel. Shino looks over at me imploringly, trying to find out whether it's okay to explain about the watch. I keep checking my watch to make sure the second hand is still moving. It's not like it's expensive, it's an old watch, but it's no different from the other ones sold around here.
だよね。普段使いしてるもんね。ということは誰かからの贈り物とか？
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a memento. What?
ああ、そういう。ははん。違う。そんな顔でこっち見られても。残念ながら私じゃないからね。あれ、そうなの？私てっきり昔ケイ君がお世話になったお姉さんからなの。もらったのはもう10年以上前だよね。
Nah, it's been that long. I'm sure flies.
10年以上前のものなんだ。さすが修理工場の後継ぎ。物持ちがいいね。
I only started wearing it when I got a bit older, but yeah, I've already had to fix it a few times. And sometimes I freak out when it looks like the second hand has stopped.
ああ、それって。
That? What are you looking?
ほら、あれ。
Follow her gaze, looking up towards the vast columns of cloud that punctuate the blue sky, in their midst a single thread of black smoke. What's with that smoke?
あっちってなんか落ちた方じゃない？ほら、ちょうどシノさんのパンツが見えた方向。
You little, that's exactly what I was trying not to bring up! I finally managed to forget the pattern on them too.
ちょっと待って、ケイ君。もしかして、なんとなく見えたって感じじゃなくて、鮮明に、はっきり、くっきり覚えてる？
It's alright, I'll seal off a teeny portion of those memories and let the rest deteriorate with time.
気になる言い方だけど。ああ、でも、今はそんな場合じゃなくて、あの辺って確か。
Yeah, that abandoned factory we used to play in ages ago.
へえ、そうなんだ。じゃあ、大きな被害はシノさんのパンツだけで済んだってことだね。クミコちゃん。
Doesn't my head getting injured count at all?
もうそれは置いといて。煙だよ。大変だよ。急がなきゃ。
Huh? Oh, that's right! Let's go, Kumiko!
どういうこと？
I'll explain later. Is the Vorks already put away?
はい。さっき荷台に積んでおきました。
Alright, then we're heading out now. Long time ago, when the market for heavy-duty mechs started booming, big factories sprouted up all over the country. They came to this town one after another until the shoreline was completely obscured, and then some of those facilities moved up into the mountains. A few years later, however, the supply of Vorks had come to outstrip demand, and the declining factories were obviously shut down. This plant up in the mountain was one of the ones that was closed. I don't know if everything was just moved elsewhere or if it was stripped out by thieves, but the place is now a shell of its former self. That's why trespassing is forbidden. Basically, it had everything we kids needed for the perfect secret hideout.
なるほど。じゃあ確認しに行かなきゃですね。今時の子だってああいうところには興味あるでしょうし。
Kumiko sitting in the passenger seat of the truck I'm driving to the factory nods quietly along.
あ、先輩、スマホで関係ありそうなニュース見つけました。速報によると、ニャサの予想通り、隕石はロシア近郊の海に落ちたみたいです。
Then what just fell from the sky?
ああ、隕石は何度か空中で爆発して砕けたみたいですよ。それが燃え尽きずに落ちちゃった原因かもしれないって噂もあるみたいですね。
Split apart. So fragment did actually land here.
わかりません。
Could a meteor that was supposed to fall over Russia really make it all the way to Japan?
だからわかりませんって。それを確認するために。ケイ君、今のって。
Yeah, that definitely came from the factory. Let's go take a look inside. Yumiko, help out with the Vorks.
はい。
Search around for a window that isn't pouring with smoke before extending the ladder on the Vorks, which is still up on the truck bed. I stand on top of the robot and peer inside. Taking care to avoid all the smoke, I check out the inside of the building. Some must have sparked a section of its blaze. There's a big hole in the roof. It almost looks as though it was made deliberately to let some of the smoke out. Ah, crap! This is.
先輩、中どんな感じですか?
I hear Kumiko's voice coming through my headset. She's the one operating the Vorks. There really was an explosion, it seems. It started quite a fire around the same size as that one in the Aoyama household over in the 4th district.
4丁目?
If you pass that on to Shino, she'll understand what you mean. Contact the fire department for me.
わかりました。あとはどんな感じですか?
There's a big hole in the ceiling. That wasn't there last time I came here. The structure is starting to fall apart, so it must have been made fairly recently.
やっぱ隕石のかけらですかね?
Probably. Must have been pretty hot, and presumably it made something else in here catch on fire. Must have been quite a blast, given that all the glass from the windows has been blown out. Though maybe they were already broken. Can't really remember. I guess factories do tend to have a lot of large doors and windows, so it wasn't exactly airtight. And maybe that's why the building was left standing after the impact. But even so, this is kinda...
先輩、シノさんが中に誰かいるかって。
Plus I'm starting to drown in thought. The voice in my headset drags me back to Earth. No, I don't see anything human moving around at the moment.
わかりました。シノさん、誰もいないみたいです。
I can hear Shino's sigh with relief over the headset. I'm glad that I managed to bite back a pretty unhelpful suggestion that they simply may not be moving.
先輩、どうしました?
I'm fine, just a little headache.
ああ、頭痛ですか。あ、いや、シノさん、大丈夫ですから、落ち着いて。
Honestly, it's that girl getting all anxious and worked up again. This pain in my head is not from the watermelon incident earlier. I feel kind of bad letting Shino think it is.
先輩、要救助者が確認できないなら戻ってきてください。
That's right, I'll leave this to the experts. I try to throw away from the window before another explosion goes off. What was that just now? Some just ran across the rubble. Child. Just can't tell. Mirage, haze from the heat? No, it's definitely. My heart stops. It's moving. I'm certain I just saw something running through the wreckage, or at least I felt something. I immediately hurry down the ladder. Kumiko, get out! I'm going in with the Vorks! Confused, Kumiko opens the hatch and climbs out of the Vorks. I rush to get in. I'll apologize afterwards. If by some chance I break it, I'll do everything I can to compensate him. There was someone inside. I might have been seeing things, but... Chino yells over to me and pulls the lever to unlock the truck bed. The Vork slips off the platform and lands awkwardly. Alright, time to move out. This is my responsibility. I'll need you to support me over the radio. As though shaking myself free of the voice behind me, I force my way into the building. Just getting close to the flames caused a wave of dizziness to wash over me. Damn it. Yeah, loud and clear. Sorry, but someone's life's on the line. That comes first. Let me focus. But... Kumiko. Alright. I'm looking, but I don't see anyone. Oops. Yeah. That said, some chemicals can cause explosions when they come into contact with the water. I can't just spray the hose wherever I like. Damn, I should have suggested to Mr. Uomos that we get a chemical resistant hose attachment when I was repairing this thing. Crap, my head's spinning. Yeah, I can hear you, thanks. Oops. Yeah. Focus up, keeping my eyes peeled for any signs of the survivor. But nothing happens. Nothing is coming out. Hey, can you hear me? I'm here to help! Turn on the external speaker and yell out, but there's no reply. Damn, there's no one responsive when I call out. Was I really just seeing things? Yeah? What's this all of a sudden? Is now really the time? That's what I thought, but Kumiko's usually the sort who can read the situation, so there must be a point to this. As I look around, I give a listen to what she has to say. Because I'm worrying. Got it. This conversation is typical of her. Some of the robo-sports matches she fought have been decided in a fraction of a second. She must bear that in mind so she can optimize speed. She doesn't want to waste a single moment. The watch hasn't stopped. Ignores my life. I reflexively wipe the sweat from my brow using the back of my hand and find myself gripping the watch tight. And then I spotted a dark shadow. Something just shimmered. An accessory or something. No, it might just been something reflecting off the oil that's spilt all over the floor. That's right, it could just be an illusion. But I've already hit the thrust. The Vorks takes a single step, moving forward. The next moment something moves in my field of vision. Something moved. I immediately pushed down again on the thruster lever. Don't worry, some of the wreckage in front of me just collapsed, that's all. More importantly, something's pinned underneath it. I'm gonna start digging it out now. Yeah, I know. If there's any sign of the place on its way down, I'll pull out. Got it. Listening close to the movements of the hydraulic system makes I carefully begin pushing the wreckage out of the way. It's actually kind of embarrassing to hear a girl your own age talk like a lifelong commitment, talk about a lifelong commitment like that. I'll keep my promise to her. We'll come home. But I'll do it without any regrets. And after moving some of the wreckage out of the way, one piece at a time, I spot that sparkle again. What is this? There's an opening just big enough for a person to lie down. There I find... Yeah, but well... I'm forced to describe it. It's some kind of liquid metal. It basically looks like a molten lead, the kind you use for soldering. More perfectly in its natural shape than anything else in the world. Drop a liquid metal. Huh? Is this thing that was moving around? Some kind of chemical substance. Could be that this was what exploded. Another explosion. I instinctively tighten up, but no matter how much time passes, nothing strikes me but an intense wave of heat. Actually, every time a little flame sparks up, the blob of liquid starts trembling. It's scared. Every time the flame approaches, the blob darts about. Its movements are those of a small creature that instinctively fears fire. Wait, is that thing alive? She's breaking up. Crap, what should I do? Should I rescue this thing? Right in front of me is a gloopy blob of liquid metal shrinking in fear from the approaching flames. Faced with this paradoxical thing, and my brain ceases to function. I can see it moving out of the corner of my eye. And on my watch it is definitely ticking once every second. I've got to move. Just thinking isn't going to achieve anything. This creature is frightened, I've got to save it. With newfound resolve, I expend the Vork's arm. I suppose even the robot is too hot, though, because the liquid jumps back. It does then climb on top of the canopy, however. Oh, I see, the cockpit. Cockpit is the coolest part of the machine. Alright, I'm gonna let you in now. I pry the canopy open just a little bit with my bare hands, and the liquid seeps into the cockpit to the crack. After I make sure that it's all inside, I close the canopy. Then I reach out, my arm accidentally grazes. When I reach out, my arm accidentally grazes against the liquid. Ow! I reflexively withdraw my hand after the burning sensation. Suddenly a girl crouching right in front of me. Then out of the blue I feel a wall of hot air slam against my back.
シノとりあえず手が空いてるのと若いの連れてきたぞ。あとボークスもな。
お父さん、今中にケイ君がロボットで救助に向かって。また爆発が。
おいグミどうなってる？
それがさっきから応答がなくて電波障害が起きてるっぽくて。
なんてこった。
ボークス持ってきたんですよね。お借りしていいですか？私も中に。おっ、いえ、ケイ君。
くそ。何かあったら大崎のじいさんになんて言えば。こうなったら俺が。
いや、さっきも言いましたが、私に行かせてください。私が言ってる。待って。何？この音。炎の中から？
なあ。
Out of the flames rise a huge mass of metal.
待て、近づくな。崩れる。崩れる
って？ケイ君はどうなるの？
待て、シノ、落ち着け。危ないだろ。手伝え、グミ。
はい。待って、シノさん。やだ。だってケイ君が早く助けないと。
おい、ボサッとするな。消火を急げ。はい。消火器だ。出せ。
ストップ。ボックスの中からなんか出てきてるから。これ何なの？脱出装置？いや、こんなの聞いたことないんですけど。
なんか動いて。みんな離れろ。
The canopy of the Vorks opens up and something gooey starts seeping out.
シノさん、近づいちゃダメだってば。何が起きるか話して。だって
がどうなってんだ。さっきの液体が人になったのか。
ケイ君が
No.
女の子になっちゃった。
I'll just skip the opening. Not bothering. Awakening, complete chapter 1, part 2. The Leonid meteor shower. The astronomical phenomenon draws its name from the star Gamma Leonis, which is close to the point where its radiant lies. In the brief period it occurs, you get to see an immense number of stars fall all at once. The most recent one appeared most clearly over East Asia. It happens with a rapidity greater than that of all the other major meteor showers. Look. Feels weird. And that's the extent of my knowledge on the subject. What I remember above all, though, is that story about the sky. Stars are people that have gone up into the heavens, right? So where do shooting stars go?
どこだろうね。この流星群は周期群だから。
Periodic.
お空は広いからお散歩してるのかもしれないよ。
I see. Oh, I get it. So they all go off together because they get lost if they went out alone, right?
そうかもね。
So weird. So even stars get lost sometimes.
お空は本当に広いもんね。どこまでもどこまでもずっと続いてるんだよ。
Forever. Space without end. If we're not able to ascertain whether something's actually real, we tend to simply ignore it, regardless of the truth. For anyone who falls back on this way of thinking, especially small children, the very fact of the thing's incomprehensibility can be absolutely terrifying. Imagining the unimaginable. Precisely because I was at such a young age then, there were no limits to what I feared. I was struck with sudden dread, like the ground had opened up beneath my feet and I'd fallen straight into the abyss below. Wandering blindly forward through the endless dark, alone, all alone. Ugh, sure from the depths of my soul.
こんなに震えちゃって怖かった。
I can already tell his mom's a looker. Oh boy. Are they even lonelier than I was when I got lost the other day?
街のデパートも大きかったね。お空はもっともっと大きいの。大丈夫。怖がらないで。ケイ君がどこにいたってお母さんが見つけてあげる。
Really?
本当だよ。だってお母さんはケイ君のお母さんだからね。
You're lying. No matter how many times I called out, you never came for me. It was that guy, the store clerk, who actually found me.
お母さん、そばにいなかったね。そういう時もあるよ。
She touches her cheek to mine, our skin meets, and I feel her warmth.
ごめん。だからごめんってば。機嫌直して。
Tickle, stop it! I feel like I'm being tricked into this rub of her cheek, this embrace. It's not a feeling I dislike, though.
でもね、ケイ君。
She hugs me with a new kind of strength, like she's swaddling me softly.
迷子になって目印がわからなくても最後に戻ってくる場所はここだからね。忘れちゃダメだよ。
It's mom.
でも安心しない？
Yeah.
迷子になった時係の人に見つけてもらえて嬉しかったでしょ？
Yeah.
じゃあ今度はケイ君が大きくなったら係の人になってあげないとね。誰かが迷子になってたら大事な人のところに案内してあげる。お母さん、ケイ君にはそんな大人になってほしいな。
I wonder if I can.
なれるよ。お母さんの子だもの。
Oh, then I'll do my best.
頑張れ。うりうり。
Don't rub my head like that! Oh.
おはよう、ケイ君。
Huh? Her voice hits me like a splash of water to the face and I gradually regain consciousness. Oh, this is... You know, I'm fine, so...
もう、ケイ君は声ガラガラだよ。
She strokes my hair. For the last few minutes I've been feeling a curious back and forth motion in the spot where she's petting me. It's very nice. Her face tells me that everything's okay now. Her teary eyes sparkle like precious gems. She never changes.
先輩、目覚めた？
Yeah, no worries. Hey, Kumiko leans right out of the passenger window and looks back at the truck bed. She knows Dad's in the driver's seat. I must have been sleeping in the bed of the truck.
クミコちゃん、危ないって落ちちゃう。ああ、これぐらい大丈夫。じゃあ平気ってことでみんなに連絡しておくね。
Saying that, Kumiko slides nimbly back into the truck. I wouldn't really expect anything less of her. So what exactly is going on?
ケイ君火事に巻き込まれてなんとか出てきたと思ったらぐっちょぐちょで女の子になっちゃって。
Pardon? Without thinking, I pat myself down head to toe, but there's nothing weird on me. And nothing missing either. Everything feels normal though.
違う、そういう意味じゃなくてね。
I guess she's trying to get everything straightened out in her head. She carries on stroking my hair as she thinks. The pleasant sensation is helping me get a handle on the situation. The view from the truck tells me that we're on the way back to town. There are some familiar faces from the shopping district and the vehicles following us. Also noticed that we're still carrying the Vorks that Mr. Uomasa entrusted to us. Glad it's safe, didn't end up breaking it. Look around, I see another truck drive past with the Vorks on board. Remember that one belongs to Mr. Toyama the carpenter. Must have brought it along to help out. Kumiko saved me in that thing. That resolved, all strength suddenly leaves my body. I'm riding in the bed of Shino's family truck. There's a blanket spread out underneath me to cushion any jolts. On top of which, my head's in Shino's lap. This again? Crap. Wait for Shino to finish getting her thoughts together, all the while feeling bad for making her worry so much in the first place.
ねえ、どこまで覚えてる？
You're giving up already? Weren't you gonna explain everything to me?
もう、だってすっごく心配したんだよ。目が覚めてこうして喋ってるとなんか気が緩んで。
Shook you up that much?
わかってるなら言わないね。
Sorry. Ah, man, don't look at me so dearly every time I say something. This is how it always goes. But I guess it's exactly why you're making that face. This is how we always talk to each other and that comforts you. It's not like this disruption never happened. I remember going into the factory to save someone. That's right, a girl. I thought I'd saved this girl, and when something went behind me went boom. I must have been caught up in an explosion, I remember that much.
そっか。爆発に無事でよかった。もう無茶するんだから。
What happened to the girl? Why am I here?
ああ、そこが一番説明しにくいんだけど、詳しくは後で説明するね。実際に見てもらいながらの方がいいと思うし、だから今はゆっくり休んでね。
Yeah, I got it. She strokes my head and I meekly obey. That's what Chino reckons is best, that's what I'll do. I have loads of questions, but honestly, I don't want to think about them right now. Come think of it, are we headed to the hospital right now?
おうち。
See, sorry, but I'd like to stop by the workshop real quick to drop off the
こ
Vorks.
んな時にもお仕事の心配？でも、分かった。伝えておくね。
Also, did you get in touch with Miss Kanade?
彼 奏さんに連絡するまでもないかなって。
Oh yeah, I guess not. Spurred on by brief silence to sink back into the comfort of Shino's lap. I must be really beat. My body suddenly feels all heavy. I gaze up at Shino's jawline, at her long eyelashes, and at the distant night sky. And I finally calm down.
そういえば寝起きにお母さんって呼んでたね。
Oh, shut it.
大丈夫？
Yeah, I'm fine. She just shrugs off my curt reply to her, since she's used to them by now. And she goes back to stroking my hair. It's so warm. I'm getting sleepy. Surrendering my body to the sense of relief that's come over me, I let my consciousness slowly drift away.
到着。ケイ君、着いたよ。
When I open my eyes again, I come across the familiar sight of our workshop. Well, Sucky Ironworks works. It's only a small place, but we've been operating our Vorks maintenance and repair shop out of it for quite a while. I reluctantly lift my head from Shino's lap, then check myself for injuries and climb down from the truck. The moment the edge of the truck bed comes into contact with my hand, a sudden sharp pain surges through it and upsets my balance. I reflexively look at my hand, but I don't see a single cut or burn. Not injured. I distinctly recall a searing pain across the palm of my hand, but there's nothing there. Not a scratch. What's going on? Was I imagining things? Is this entire hand actually gone, and the girl essentially used part of the fucking weird liquids to recreate his hand or something? Like, I'm 100% convinced that the rare metal the pirates talked about is that girl at this point. It's just that it's like some form of sentient colony type thing. Anyways. I lose myself in thought, pressing my fingers to my temples.
大丈夫？歩けそう？
Yeah, I'm fine. I've just woken up, so I'm a bit dizzy.
そう？ちょっとでも何かあれば言うこと。いい？
Roger.
絶対だからね。無理したら怒るからね。
I know, I know.
なんかしのさん、お母さんみたい。そうかな。
Shino laughs uneasily as Yumiko jumps out of the passenger seat. It's Kumiko, not Yumiko. Kumiko, help me out. We're gonna set Mr. Umasa's works down.
はい、わかりました。
I walk briskly to our truck, which is parked behind Shino's father's. On the way there, Kumiko approaches me.
私なんか変なこと言った？しのさん反応微妙だったけど。
Don't worry about
も
it.
しかしてお母さんってのがまずかったとか？助けてるって風に聞こえたのかも。そういう意味で言ったんじゃないんだけどな。
Kumiko.
はい。
Thanks, Kumiko. You saved me and Mr. Umasa's works, right?
それなんですけど。
Oh, there's some Mr. Toyama's works back there. Didn't you use that?
使おうとはしたんですけど、説明がしづらいというか、よくわからないというか、とにかく魚政さんとこの子、一度見てもらえますか？
What the hell? Why are you and Shino so bad with words today? Turned on the industrial flashlight and shined it over the truck bed. The giant heap of steel reflects the light back at me. It's moving. It's moving! Huh? Hey, why? Who's riding that thing? Wait, that aside, it's not even powered up, right? Utterly perplexed, I watch as the robot takes a step forward. It steps awkwardly off the truck and instantly falls to pieces. That's right, it just completely disassembled. Huh? Even when the various bits and pieces have rolled to a stop at my feet, I still can't comprehend what's going on at all. Was it moving around on its own because of some motor commands that were left in the cache? No, the engine isn't even turned on. Could it just be the coil releasing built-up pressure? But the hydraulics should be totally shot.
大丈夫？ケイ君。
おい、警棒、すごい音したが大丈夫か？
Oh, Pops, hi there. Thanks for bringing us all the way out here.
おいおい、こんな状況にもバカ丁寧だな、おめえは。 それはそうと、こりゃどうした？魚間さんとこのやつバラバラじゃねえか。
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
おい、もしかしてあれか？
That thing?
多分だよね。
Huh? What? You guys know what caused this?
だってそれが先輩を助けたんですよ。
Which thing? Kumiko points at the pile of disassembled parts. Some sort of liquid leaks out from the robot's joints and forms a blob. This blob. At my feet is a large, dewy drop of liquid. Hydraulic oil doesn't have the tensile strength you need to form a shape like this. In fact, it sort of resembles a slime monster that appeared in an RPG I once played. I remember clearly. It's trying this liquid had morphed into a person. I was trying to save that child, but I'd been caught up in a blast while I was still reeling from the side of her. Without a second thought, I tried to cover her, and we got caught in the falling rubble. And the next thing I knew, my head was in Shino's lap. Could it be that you're the one who saved me? Of course, even when I talk to it, I get no real response. It only wobbles a bit every few seconds. Shino, was the thing you were having so much trouble explaining the fact that it was this thing that saved me?
だね。ケイ君気を失ってたし、でも詳しいことは私たちもよくわからなくて。
Well, I guessed as much.
私たちが知ってる限りだと、現場で爆発が起きて、私が助けに入ろうとしたところでボックスが飛び出てきたんですよ。それでキャノピが開いて、中からドロッとした大きな液体が出てきたかと思ったら、その液体でそれが先輩を吐き出して。
Me, I was inside this thing.
多分。それで私たちが驚いてると、目の前でその塊が女の子になったんですよ。
Girl.
ほら、ちょうどそんな感じで。
Hmm? Turn around to see what Yumiko was pointing at. You're... So that wasn't an illusion. Just what are you?
ケイ君、あ、触れた。
Without thinking twice, I lay my hand on the girl's shoulder. It's soft. If it weren't so cold, I'd think she was a real girl. But it is just her secondary form. That blob of liquid morphed into a person right in front of us. However many questions I ask her, though, there's no response. Just my own reflection in those vacant eyes of hers. Damn, she really doesn't understand a word we're saying. Wait, does she even have a will of her own? Come think of it, Kumiko. You just said that I was able to touch it, right?
ああ、そうそう。私たちが触ろうとしても逃げるんですよ。それでお父さんが捕まえようとしたらドロドロになって魚政さんのロボの中に逃げちゃったの。で、さっきまでずっと出てこなかったんですよ。あ、魚政さんのボックスはウィンチが死んでたんで、富山さんのところで荷台に乗せました。
So that's what happened. Finally have a handle on the situation, more or less. The moment I saved this thing, I was caught up in an explosion. I lost consciousness and ended up being saved by the very creature I was trying to rescue. At that point, I must have been controlling the Vorks. It's not an easy story to believe, but I bet that's what happened.
おいで。お話できる？
The little girl runs away from Shino's outstretched hand and hides behind me. Despite her vacant expression, it appears she does have a will of her own.
ああ、また逃げられましたね。というか、なんで先輩には懐いてるんですかね。
How should I know?
そういえば、建物の中で助けた時はどんな感じだったの？
Well, she was all gooey like she was a moment ago. When I tried to touch her, she suddenly transformed into a girl.
じゃあこの姿って先輩の趣味ってやつですか？
How'd you reach that conclusion, dork?
だってこの子自由に変形できるみたいだし、こういうのって最初に接触した人の意識か何かを読み取ってその人の望む形になるとかがお約束じゃないですか。じゃあこれがケイ君のタイプってこと？
You say that, but I have zero memory of anything like that happening.
本当にケイ君、背の小さい猫耳の女の子が好きってわけじゃないんだよね。そういうことでいいんだよね。
Calm down. Why are you so distraught? I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Wait, actually, I do feel like I've seen her before. Can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe I'm thinking about a celebrity?
ああ、そうですね。綺麗な顔してますし、なんというか日本人離れしてるというか。あ、先輩、もしかして外国人専門ですか？
Stop deciding for yourself what other people are into.
つうかお前らよく平気な顔で話してられるな。そんな得体の知れないもんを相手に。
言われてみればそうだね。でもこの子無害みたいだし。
ずっと考えてたんですけど、この子ってやっぱあれですかね。
One of them?
隕石が落ちた現場にいたんですよね。じゃあやっぱ宇宙人とか。
An alien.
宇宙人。
We stare at her intently, but the girl just stares right back at us, silent and unblinking. Huh. I do sometimes get the impression of sentience from her, but I can't tell what she's thinking at all. That way, I guess she's kind of an alien.
おいおい、だとしたら世紀の大発見じゃねえのか？おい、辰巳の旦那、結局どうなってんだい？おいおい、あんま刺激して怒らすなよ。何されるかわかんねえぞ。
People who had followed us out of worry had started making a ruckus. Well, I guess it was bound to happen.
まだわかんねえよ。ビビって騒いでねえで、じっと待ってろ。
This peanut gallery just keeps on
み
growing.
んな消火に駆けつけてくれたんだけど、消防署の人たちが来たから引き上げてきたの。
Yeah, that's why.
みんな何ビビってるんですか？噛みついたりしませんよ。
そうは言ってもよ、気になるじゃねえか。取り付いたのはうちのやつなんだろ。
Looks like Mr. Omasa is the leader of this band of rubberneckers. He does hate being left out of anything after all. Wait. Ah!
どうしたの、ケイ君。
No, what I'm gonna do, Mr. Omasa's works is in pieces.
ほんとだ。どうしようこれ。
ああ、いや、でも状況が状況だし仕方ないんじゃないかな。
No, that thing was entrusted to me. I was planning to pay him back if I broke it a little, but it's completely wrecked.
お仕事が大事なのはわかるけど、今は宇宙人とかもっと他に気にすることがあると思うんだけど。
いや、待ってください先輩。バラバラって言っても組み直せるかもって。うわ、フレームが溶けてる。
Finally gotten Craps to leave everything to me, and then I got a machine total on my first job.
気をしっかり持ってケイ君。
Cheeto, now's the time for a lap pedal, please.
ケイ君、本当にしっかりして。
よし、シノ、警棒弱ってるぞ。畳み込め。
お父さんも何親指立ててるの？今がチャンスだみたいな顔しないで。空気読んで。
おう。
あー、どうしましょう先輩。親方になんて説明すれば。いや、これ説明できんの？
If possible, I'd want to fix it right away, but when it's in this state. Consumed with anguish, I noticed the sound of someone putting the vorks back together behind me. You're right, nothing's gonna happen if we just stand here together like lemons. Let's try and fix it. Kumiko, I'll help you put it together.
いや、私はまだ何も。というか、先輩が組み立ててるんじゃないんですか？
What? And who?
まさか親方？
With a tight chest, I turned back to where the sound was coming from. The works, which had earlier been lying in pieces, was steadily being rebuilt on the spot. That weird fluid was stretched out across the countless parts scattered on the ground and putting it back into their proper places. It's complete. Did you see that?
ええ、見ました。
なんかあの液体の子がぬるぬるとパーツをくっつけてました。
Yeah. The joints are seamless. They resemble cooling molten base metal after soldering. She acquainted herself with the metal's properties while in her liquid state and then just reassembled the forks. Don't tell me she's using her own body as the filler.
みたいですね。ボルトの穴にも何か詰まってるみたいですし。
What's going on? This is all that kid's doing, right?
わかりません。でも直せるなんてすごいね。
Rather than actually fixing it, it's more like she's simply putting the parts back in place.
でも動くならこのまま修理完了ってことに。
おいおい、冗談じゃねえぞ。そんな得体の知れねえものをつけた状態で返されても困るっつうの。
ですよね。私はなんかワクワクしますけど。
ほんと最近の若者は物おじしねえな。これがジェネレーションギャップってやつか。
2人が特別なだけで私はもうついていけてないです。
なあ、やっぱジェネレーションギャップじゃねえか。
魚政さん、どういう意味かな。
しのちゃん、落ち着けや。なあ、口が滑っただけでしのちゃんはまだまだニュージェネレーションだぜ。なあ。
In any case, we can't call it a day when it's still in this stain. There's nothing for it, I guess. Let's just take it apart and, Huh, it all collapsed.
あの子もまた液体に戻っちゃいましたね。ねえねえ、ケイ君、元に戻せって命令してみて。
Huh? Why? You think she'll listen to my orders? She encourages me to just give it a try, but I'm not all sure it'll work. I pray that Uomasa's works will go back together. We'll go back to normal. Put it back together. It worked.
ほら、やっぱりケイ君のお願いに反応してるんだよ。さっきも直せるなら直したい、バラそうって言葉に反応してたし。
Wait, wasn't that a coincidence?
よし、液体子ちゃん、もう一回バラバラになって。バラバラ。私じゃ反応ゼロですね。ゼロ。
Don't look at me. Fine. It'll work if I do it, right? Make it fall apart. Oh.
ほら、ね、おー、すごいですね。しのさんよく気づきましたね。いや、昔のアニメとかでよくあるパターンじゃない？ケイ君も一緒に見たよね。
Well, yeah, but things aren't usually that simple in real life. I don't know what it is that makes Shino so good at this stuff. The awareness that comes of ignorance. The rationality you get with her sort of zen-like indifference. Anyways, what's going on? Was it something I did?
やっぱり刷り込みみたいなものなんじゃないですか？先輩、あの子を助けようとしたんですよね。
本当に懐かれたってことか。警棒も決体なもんに懐かれたな。
I look down at the blob on my feet. Attached? This thing. To me.
ケイ君、この状態じゃなんだか落ち着かないから人の姿になるように言って。
Oh, right. It seems like I've already been appointed her official handler. Oh well. Could you turn back into a human? Undulating as if in response, a drop of metal extends itself higher. The drop of metal extends itself higher and higher. Huh.
やっぱりこっちの方がいいね。私はあのプニョンプニョンの状態も好きですけどね。
I think it's great.
どんな姿だろうが気味悪いがな。
もうお父さん、この子はケイ君を助けてくれたんだよ。そんな邪険に扱わないで。
そうは言ってもよ。
What Chino said made me remember something. You saved me, right? Even when I speak to her directly, she doesn't answer. Looks like communicating with her could be difficult. I don't think she's even capable of speech. She just stares straight at me. Her gaze is utterly unwavering. She's obviously some kind of extraterrestrial organism. I still owe her my life. Well, I guess the question couldn't be avoided. Honestly, I don't know yet.
おいおい、そいつが宇宙人だってなら、叱るべきところに連絡すべきじゃねえのか?
Crowds must have let their guard down a bit as they are now standing fairly close to us. They obviously still wary though.
叱るべきところって？
警察とか、ほら、宇宙ならなんだっけ？なんとか宇宙センターみたいなのが専門だろ？
ニャサですか？宇宙人拾いましたって連絡するんですか？どうやって？
そりゃあ今の時代、電話かメールじゃねえの？
いたずらと思われるのがオチだと思いますけど。でも隕石が落ちたなら調査員が来るかもしれませんね。
それだ！その調査員に引き渡そう。
じゃあこの子どうなるの？
そりゃあ解剖とか実験じゃねえの？テレビで見たことある。
シノさん、なんかすごい顔になってますけど、陸花さんって人手なし？
ああ、そんなシノちゃん、そんなつもりじゃないんだ。だからそんな死んだ牛みたいな目で見ないで。
まあまあ、あの映像は作り物だってテレビでやってましたよ。そう、フィクションです。でも現にこの子は目の前にいますし、先輩の命の恩人です。
そりゃまあそうだけどよ。
There's a sense of confusion in the air. Damn it. Just feel like something isn't right. Shirashino and Kumiko are all for protecting the girl, but I have no idea what to do from here on out. The girls are probably supporting her mostly because she saved me, whereas the others are afraid of her primarily because she's some kind of alien. Well, I can't blame them. No one in their right mind could witness an unbelievable spectacle like that and assume that everything was going to carry on as normal. And he said that it would just really be over and done with if I just handed her over to the authorities. Would I really be able to carry on my life and pretend that nothing ever happened? What should I do? Suddenly I feel someone's gaze at Chino's dad. Pop stares at me silently like he's waiting for me to say something. He's the head of the town council and popular with everyone. If Pop's made a decision, they'd all listen. Why won't he speak his mind then? What's he thinking about? Pops?
すみません。お取り込み中失礼いたします。
Yes? A firefighter dressed in a smart uniform calmly walks towards us.
すみません。こちらにあの山奥の廃工場跡の火災で怪我をされた方がいると伺ったのですが。
Who told you? I look at Chino first, but shakes her head. Scan the crowds and spot the florist and older lady clasping her hands together in apology. Nothing else to do, I guess. Excuse me, I think they probably mean me. Glance towards Chino to assure her that everything's going to be okay.
お気分は差し支えなければいくつか確認させていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
Yes, of course. He asks me a few simple questions and answer each in turn. After he's finished, the fireman tells me that I might be contacted in a few days' time about what I witnessed during the blaze. With that, he leaves.
言ったね。突然だからびっくりしたよ。
Yeah, true that.
ケイ君。
You can see the relief in her eyes, but more than that, her worry. She's looking at me and this little girl.
で、警部、どうするんだ？要救助者はいなかったなんて公務員に嘘をついちまったわけだが。
I didn't lie. Didn't find any people in there.
へりくつじゃねえか。でもいいんじゃねえか？
I'm not sure what to do with this girl yet, but can I count on your cooperation?
よし、この宇宙人には警部を助けてもらった恩がある。よって町内会が責任を持って預かる。
Is that okay?
おいおい、何を言い出すんだよ、辰巳の旦那。預かってどうすんだよ。じゃあなんだ？警部の命の恩人をわけもわからないままどっかの研究機関に差し出せっていうのか？なもん町内会の恥、いい大人のすることか。でもよ。 ぐちぐちうっせえ。黙ってろ。責任は俺が持つ。つうわけだ警部。とりあえずどうするかはこれからじっくり考えな。
Well, thank you.
男前だね。よっ、辰巳よ。お父さん、かっこいい。大好き。
おいおい、よせやん、シノン。よせって。
Shino hugs both me and her father. The girl at the center of the debacle just stares at us.
よーし、それじゃあシノ、後の世話は頼んだぞ。
That took a while. I've been told to look after her, but what does she eat? That's your problem? The Thing. Complete Chapter 1, Part 3. You have a saying. Better the cry of a single crane than the chirps of 1,000 sparrows. But cranes are hardly noisy birds to begin with. They're extremely wary, always vigilant. Only emergencies will they let out that distinctive cry of theirs, signaling danger. So even a flock of sparrows chirping ceaselessly will fall silent at the cry of a single crane. Sort of saying you use to describe that someone clever is able to sum up your incoherent ramblings in just a few words. Well, that's theory, as they say. Anyway, the fact that this little space girl is being cared for by the whole town is thanks to the warning cry of our very own Crane, the head of the town council. Actually, I'm not sure that's entirely accurate. Let me correct myself. Fucking look at her.
アルネちゃん、サラダこぼれてるよ。ほら、フォークはこう握って。頬にドレッシングついてる。動かないでね。今拭くから。
It's not the townspeople who are taking care of the girl, but Chino Akune at Father Crane's cry.
なんかこうして見てるとアルネンって草食動物みたい。あまり動かないし、ほら干し草を食べてるそばから落としていく感じとか。
That's true.
ほらケイ君、朝ごはん中に新聞読まないの。没収。アルネちゃんに悪影響だよ。
No, I finished eating, so I just sort of slipped into my usual
ち
routine.
ゃんと噛んで食べてる？お仕事まで時間に余裕はあるんだから、ゆっくりと食べていったらいいのに。
そうですよ。シノさんのご飯は美味しいんですから、ゆっくり味わって食べないと。私もアクネさんちの娘になりたい。
You're obviously just after her food.
乾さんとこのおばさんのご飯も美味しいじゃない。私の料理の先生だよ。
いやー、おばさんの料理も美味しいんですけど、朝から揚げ物ばっかりで、それに超低血圧じゃないですか。
Long story short, she's always in a terrible mood.
まあ、朝はゆっくり寝かせてあげたいよね。
お隣とはいえ、毎日3食お世話になっております。はは
ー。いいのいいの、拝まないでって。2人とも職場は同じなんだし、お弁当も1人分も2人分も手間は一緒だしね。シノー。なにアルネちゃん、おかわり？今あげるね。今度は何食べたい？きんぴらごぼう。アルネちゃんは卯の花とかなかなか渋いの好きだよね。いいよ。んじゃ、はい。おいしい？まだよくわかんないか。んじゃあ、もっと食べたい？
Shino happily scoops up another forkful for Rene, when she nods in agreement.
ケイ君、位置つきながらお茶飲まないで。アルネちゃんが真似しちゃうでしょ。
Yeah, I'll be careful.
以前からそうでしたけど、なんかアルネンが来て夫婦っぷりが上がった感じですね。
もう、またそうやってお母さん扱いする。町のみんなも私の娘みたいに扱うし。まだ結婚だってしてないのに。
刑事、 夫婦って言ったのにシノさん全然無反応。いつもならその手の冗談にはいい反応してくれるのに。
Guess that just goes to show how serious she is about taking care of Arne.
もうケイ君も人事みたいに夫婦だって言われてるんだから一緒に。夫婦？何言ってるの久美子ちゃん。いやいや、そんな私こんな大きな子供いない。
おお、なんという時間差。本当にアルネンの相手に必死なんですね。ちょっと感動しました。
変な冗談言ってないで、久美子ちゃんも手伝ってよ。
はい、アルネン、卵焼き食べる？ほら、私じゃやっぱり無反応。お世話しようにもこれですよ。
どうして私からだけ食べてくれるのかな。
やっぱ最初にご飯を食べさせてあげたっていうのが強いんじゃないですか。シノさんからもらえるものは安全だって刷り込まれたとか。
That's right, when Shino was taught to take care of the girl, the first thing she did was try and give her food. She was unresponsive when I told her to eat, so Shino tried eating something right in front of her eyes. When she did that, the little girl began to eat too, imitating her every move. But honestly, I think it's kind of amazing that you were able to get an alien to eat so normally.
ちゃんとお腹に優しいようにおかゆにしたよ。長旅で疲れてるだろうし。
That's not what I meant. You didn't seem nervous at all.
相手は宇宙人。しかも金属だっていうのに普通におかゆ食べさせてましたもんね。
面倒見るってそういうことだよね。もしかしてこの子の正体を暴けとかそういうの期待されてたの？無理無理無理。
Nah, I think your dad knew you wouldn't be capable of that when he left her to you.
そうかな。うちのお父さんの場合勢いだけで言っちゃった気がするんだけど。あ、アルネちゃんまたこぼれてる。
やっぱお母さんだ。
はいはい、もう好きに言ってくださいな。あ、大丈夫？喉に詰まった？噛んだものはこまめに飲み込んでね。はい。
Whoops. Nah, it's nothing. Those two really do look mother and daughter. Do look like mother and daughter. Shino actually seems like she'd be a good mother someday. Though I know she'll turn bright red if I say that, so I'll keep quiet.
シノはいいお母さんになる。
Don't you fucking read my mind like that. This kid is reading my thoughts! Right, she's able to sense what I'm thinking and verbalize it herself.
なーに？もうアルネちゃんってばおだてても何も出せないよ。
Fucking Kumiko's face.
ご飯なくなったね。と。
Kumiko flashes me another evil grin. I glare back, trying to tell her not to do anything stupid. Damn, she catches on quick, but only in the worst possible moments. After a few days with her, I've come to realize that Arne responds to my will rather than what I say out loud. If I focus on a particular thought, Arne will sense it. For example... Get me a cup, please.
ケージ、コップ。
Thanks. Just like that.
あ、ちょっとケイ君。今アルネちゃんに念でお願いしたでしょ。横着しないでコップぐらい自分
Sorry,
で取りな
Arne
よ。
was closer, so I just...
シノさんあんなこと言っといてなんだかんだで自分も緊張感ないし。
Guess not. As Yuno said, I just have to think about something hard enough and it'll reach Arne. I suppose it's convenient, but I have no idea why it's possible in the first place. I don't know if it has anything to do with how she swallowed me up during the fire. The burn I picked up then is completely gone too. Flexibly glanced down on my arm, but it doesn't feel any different.
腕どうしたの？
Nah, not really. I was just wondering if I'd been bitten by a mosquito. Oh, Shino immediately returns to caring for Arne. If something's wrong, she is usually good at picking up on it. I should keep quiet. I should keep this quiet. I don't want to make her all worried. I'm still betting that his hand
そうい
is
えば、アル
replaced
ネ
at
って
this point.
誰が名付けたの？
Kumiko throws this question my way just as we're finishing breakfast before she and I head out to work. She's waving a strand of foxtail right in front of Arune's face, obviously hoping for some kind of reaction, but to no avail. Huh? You're asking that now? You've already started calling her Arune yourself.
いや、それはなんか気がついたらみんな普通に呼んでたから言いやすいようにアレンジしただけで、そういや誰が名付け親か聞いてなかったなーって。
Oh, Washino.
ケイ君だよ。私はちょっと可愛くしただけだから。
Shino, having washed up the dishes, wipes her hands clean and joins our conversation.
どういうこと？
Well,
あのね、ケイ君、最初はアルネちゃんのこと R って呼んでたの。アルファベットの R。
うわ、品番じゃないんだからそんなそっけない。いや、刑事らしいっちゃらしいけど、でもなんで R？
Nah, who cares? Anyways, Shino said it'd be sad for her name to just be the letter R, so we changed it to Arune.
私が R で始まる単語を考えてる時に言ったの。R ね、R ね、何かあるかなって。そこからケイ君が勘違いして R ねからアルネちゃんになったの。
ああ、なるほど。じゃあ2人の共同作業でアルネンの名前が生まれたってわけだ。
I see you're at it again.
言われてみればそうだね。言われてみればそうだ。
Oh, here it comes. Took rather a while for her to realize she was being made fun of. Honestly, Shino's so hopeless when it comes to those sorts of jokes.
で、なんで R？
Well, I had to call her some, and for some reason or other...
いやいや、いつも仕事でいい加減なことはするのっていうくせに、仮とはいえ刑事の性格でなんとなくってことはないでしょう。
Who cares? It was only a placeholder.
なんか怪しい。
それがね。
Shino, what? I try to stop her, but get a cushion to my face.
刑事は黙ってて。で、シノさん、何ですか？
アルネちゃんって元は液体だったじゃない？だからリキッドの頭文字を取って R にしたの。
へえ、なるほど。なんだ、やっぱ理由があったんじゃない。で、リキッド？リキッドの頭文字って確か。
Yeah, it's L.
そりゃ恥ずかしいね。L と R 間違えるなんて。
Laugh all you want, that's what happened anyway. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes. And also, I direct Kumiko's gaze back towards Shino.
シノさん？
まあ、私も気づいたのはアルネちゃんって名付けた後なんだけどね。
そうでしたか。いや、人間誰しも勘違いの一つや二つあるというか、むしろ二人揃って息が合ってるというか、そう、息がぴったりですよ。
ケイ君、間抜け同士お似合いだって。
Can we just stop inviting her to eat with us?
そういう意味じゃないですって。いや、ほんと、ご飯抜きは勘弁してください。私の人生の楽しみの半分が失われてしまいます。
Is that important? Just dedicated all you to stuffing your face at every opportunity.
冗談だってば、クミコちゃん。いつものお返し。ちゃんとご飯はあるからね。
よかった。マジでどうしようかと思った。
クミ、必死すぎ。
The kid's reading my mind without permission again.
だってシノさんのご飯美味しいんだもん。
そう言われると悪い気はしないね。でもこれに懲りたら今後年上をからかうようなことは言わないこと。
私の残り半分の楽しみを奪うつもりですか？鬼ですか？
That's the other half.
クミコちゃん。
なんですかその目は。言いたいことがあるなら言ってくださいよ。
霧島クミコ、それでいいのか？霧島クミコ。
Nice ventriloquy there.
いやいや、冗談だから。だからそんな目で見ないで。
So a few days have now passed since the town welcomed our mysterious arrival from outer space. Nothing out of the ordinary has happened, actually. The sun's still glaring down quite mercilessly through the parted clouds. What I'm trying to say is, her hot, moist breath caresses the nape of my neck. Without staying my hands for even a moment, nor breaking my gaze, I open my mouth to speak. Hey, Kumiko, your breath is getting all over my neck, it's nasty. Kumiko's thrust over the pilot's seat, hard at work. He stressed as sloppily as ever.
文句は太陽に言ってください。今日なんで野外作業の時に限ってこんなやる気なのかな。っていうか、そう思うなら早くケーブル束ねてくださいよ。ああ、刑事のシャツが背中にべっちょりくっついてる。
Ah, damn it, I know! That moist feeling against the back of my neck, I bundle up the cord with a cable tie and snip off the ends. Okay, done.
はーい。このボックス、作業スペース狭すぎですよ。私のバイラオーラのより狭いんじゃないかな。
I don't complain, it's an old model. Oh, what, you want to take out the seat and disassemble the entire lower half just to get together a few cables?
わかってますよ。間違って私が運転席下のケーブル引っこ抜いたのが全部悪いんです。
Let's just stop.
ですね。
We escape into the shade away from the cacophony of the cicadas. It's this damn heat!
暑すぎるとカロリーがいつも以上に消費するのか、なんだか眠くなってきますよね。
Barely a moment, Kumiko's lying spread eagle on the ground. As you could do with a little rest. It's a little early, but how about you take a break now? It's almost noon after all.
待ってました。飲むものを持ってきますね。おい、しょっと。
Propelling herself up with her strength, Kumiko jumps back to her feet and heads towards the office. Far from being sleepy, she's full of energy. I smile around and wipe myself down with a towel, the sweat still flowing off me incessantly. Take the maintenance checklist out of my back pocket and check it over once more. This pace looks like we'll be finished this afternoon.
先輩、何見てんですか？
Oh well. Ah! I'm struck from behind by a sudden chill. Why, this is a soda can. Freaking surprise me like that!
ごめん。いや、まさかそこまで驚くなんて思ってなくてさ、こっちまで驚いちったわ。
You little keep the pranks to a minimum, got it.
いや、こう背中にシャツがべっちょり張り付いてたんで涼しくなるかなって。
Damn it, Kumiko. With a sigh, I lift the can of soda up to my back. Want me to do it to you too? Help you cool down?
ああ、ごめんってば。シャツ引っ張らないで。伸びる。
What did he say to her? Oh, nah, it didn't. Nope, I'm not gonna give this. You done this to Gramps too?
いや、ありえないし、そんなの怒られるだけで済むはずないじゃん。あ。
Alright, now I'm definitely gonna stuff it down there. Come on, hold still!
悪かったって。いや、刑事を軽んじてるとかそういうんじゃなくて。いや、マジ、見える。
This coming from you. You're always diving into the river in just your underwear. Your underwear's not worth a thing.
それはそれでなんかひどい。つうか、今日はつけてないの。
You say some, stop fidgeting. Hold still!
やめね。
So, learned your lesson.
わかったから。
Alright, then don't do it again.
取ったの？
Kumiko looks at me confusedly when I suddenly stop teasing her. My eyes meet with Arnes as she stares at us from the shadows.
あー、ヤッホー。
Ignore.
なんか反応がないと急に恥ずかしくなってくるね。
Ah, crap, I completely forgot that she was there.
じーっと黙ってこっちを見つめてるだけだもんね。
That's exactly right. We've had her in our care for a few days now. She's been like this the entire
いつ
time.
も刑事のそばにいるのに、そのくせお吸い犬みたいにベタベタ甘えてくるわけじゃないしね。
That's true, but she does seem to have some interest in machinery. She's been watching us while we've been working.
そりゃ刑事が修理に集中してるからじゃない？あの子刑事の考えてることに反応してるんでしょ？ほら、ねんってやつ。
Well, yeah, but it's the extra telepathy that our work keeps getting messed up.
ああ、あったね。
A day or two ago, we got an order to repair an old Vorks. It was a troublesome one, and we were working non-stop just to get it moving. Arden had been watching us from nearby, but the moment I looked up, she was gone. Why'd she... Oh, again! Before I'd had any time to react, Arden had melted into a liquid metallic form and possessed the machine. The bolts had all vanished, and the machine had fallen to pieces. We pulled all night to put it back together. Don't even want to remember the rest of it. It's true that I wanted to start moving, but it certainly didn't mean it that way.
まあ、何でも機械を動かせるのには驚いたけどね。でも、おかげでアルネンの好物が分かってよかったじゃない。
Yeah, I guess. Arne! Call out to the girl, grab a bolt from a nearby toolbox, and throw it towards her. Her gaze immediately darts to the flying object. And she ate it.
見事な食べっぷりだね。
But it's thanks to this fondness of hers for bolts, all the ones in that mech the other day got eaten up.
なんで外角とかフレームは食べずに、ボルトとか小さいパーツだけ食べるんだろう。
I wonder. Alley-oop! Send a piece of scrap metal her way next.
ああして丸飲みしてるところを見ると、小食ってわけでもなさそうだし。
You're gonna be in trouble if her idea of a little snack is stripping all the bolts of Vorks.
あの後代わりのパーツ探すの大変だったね。はーい、次の行くよ。あ、
The bolt in Kubiko's hand slips through her fingers and she ends up chucking it totally the wrong way. However...
おー、すごいすごい。ナイスクイージー。
Is that supposed to be a compliment? Arne had turned back to slime momentarily to slip to the other side of the yard, then changed into a human form and caught the bolt in her mouth. I suppose he's kinda greedy, but... I guess it's helpful that she's just eating the scrap metal we're going to throw out anyways.
だね。シノさんが与えるもの以外、アルネンも何も欲しがらないし。
If you ignore her, she'll just hang around me the whole time.
私、宇宙人って侵略とか交流とか何かしらの目的があってくるもんだと思ってたけど、こういう子もいるんだね。
Is she even a kid, really? I get a feeling that she's just happened to adopt this human form by chance.
誰の趣味か。獣耳生えてるしね。
Well, like I said, I'm not into that!
大丈夫。大会でもバラーに猫耳つけてる人がいて目立っていたから。刑事は一人じゃないよ。
You're definitely putting a negative spin on it.
バロア？
Arne must have gotten bored with us not having thrown anything her way for a while because she suddenly sidled up beside me.
お、聞き慣れない言葉に興味津々だね。バロアってのはボークスの仲間。仲間。ボークス仲間。そう。重いものを運んだり穴を掘ったり、そういうのに使われてるのがボークスだよね。そのロボットで運動会をするために改良されたのがバイラオーラ。みんなはバロアって呼んでるの。バロアはバイラオーラのこと。
Arne repeats the words like she's trying to sink her teeth into them and engrave the information into her mind.
ちなみに、私はそのロボット運動会の選手。運動会選手。ボルト食べたい。
Leave it at that. Well, yeah, you can tell from that look on her face that she's totally
あ
overloaded.
れま、大丈夫あるね。
鉄食べる？食べる。
Here, chuck a bullet her way, and Arne swallows it up in one gulp.
覚えた。ボークスは仕事用、バロアは運動会用、グミは運動会の選手、運動会？そうそう、運動会の選手と言っても今はリハビリ、お休みしてて、ここで整備の勉強がてらお手伝いしてるんだけどね。リハビリ？お休み、整備がてら？
Looks like interesting. Interest in learning that one word has given rise to a bunch more questions.
よし、アルネン。もやもやしたときは体を動かすんだ。ほら、ボルト取っておいで。
Like a dog chasing a frisbee, Arne catches the bullet. Oh, with all the grace of a blob of slime.
ケイ君、クミコちゃん、お昼持ってきたよ。おー、待ってました。ちょうど今アルネンにご飯あげてたところです。あ、そうなんだ。ってまた投げてあげてるの？もう犬猫じゃないんだからお皿とかさ。
I think you're the real monster here, taking out that doggy dish for her.
違う、これは違うの。ご近所のおばあちゃんとアルネちゃんの話をしたら使わないものがあるから持っていけって。やっぱり犬の皿に入れて食べさせる気満々じゃないですか。そうじゃなくて、これも鉄製だから食べるかなって持ってきただけだよ。
Shino, that's not iron. That's stainless steel.
違うの？
Stainless steel is an alloy containing iron and chromium, so it's more resistant to rust.
そうなんだ。でも食べてるよ。
What?
ああ、一口で食べられないものはお餅みたいに噛みちぎって食べるんだ。なるほど。
Will you eat anything as long as it's metal? Well, I guess all those bowls we were feeding her were made of steel, so no extra chromium isn't likely to be a problem.
はい、お弁当。上がクミコちゃんのね。これは毎日ありがとうございます。不肖霧島クミコ、これで午後も乗り切られます。大げさだな。ああ、そうだ、アルネちゃんにお土産があるの。
Chewing on her doggy bowl all the while, Arne looks over at Shino. She looks a little like some old dude munching on dried squid.
図書館で借りてきたの。国語の教科書と理科の教科書一式、あと動物の図鑑と働く車の図鑑も。
Calm down, Shino. Arne's just spitting out some of the impurities that were mixed in with the metal. She does that every once in a while.
そうなんだ。それにしてもすごいタイミングだな。
Looks like she's got a pretty nasty shock. Anyways, why'd you pick up books on Japanese and science? To mention that they're for elementary school kids.
アルネちゃん、ここ数日で日常会話ができるようになってきたでしょ。だから次のステップはこの辺かなって。あと社会とか算数とかその辺はまだまだ興味がないかなって。だから国語以外は絵の多いものにしたの。
See, guess you did take that teacher training program for nothing.
あんまり関係ないよ。それに勉強してただけで実際に先生やってたわけじゃないし。ひな、おかわり。ああ、お皿？ごめんね、それでおしまいなの。代わりというのも変だけど、向こうの日陰で一緒に本を読まない？ないん。
German.
やっぱりここにいるときは機械を眺めてる方がいいの？いや。
Why she's randomly German?
お、じゃあ向こうにあるやつちょっと見に行く？ボックスの新しいパーツが来たんだ。やあ。
You guys sure are energetic, even though you're standing there in the blazing sun. Also, why German?
ああ、 私の部屋にあるドイツ語の教科書を読んだからじゃないかな。
Why?
興味あるみたいだったから教えてあげたの。
Why do you have a German textbook, Shino? Oh, that's why she has such a bad accent.
それどういう意味でしょうか？
Alright then, Shino, what's that thing called? Point my finger at the Vorks.
ボークス。私海外に行く予定ないから、日本大好きだから、この町に骨をうずめる予定だから。
Well, I'll let you off the hook then, since you're apparently aware your accent is horrible without me needing to say anything.
筆記は悪くないんだよ、筆記は。ただ、私の耳と口は長く日本語に慣れ親しんでしまったの。芯まで使っちゃったの。
I realized straight away that she means pickling, but decided to save myself the hassle and keep quiet about it. It's just common sense. Anyway, why'd you try and learn German of all things?
ドイツ語だけじゃないよ。英語、フランス語、中国語。うちにある教科書のやつは覚えようとしてるみたい。
With that kid's learning capacity, she could be multilingual in a month. Scary.
だね。数日前には生まれたてのヒナみたいに何も知らなかったのに、どんどん成長していって、月日が経つのは早いもんだね。
Shino. Kumiko keeps saying you're like a mom, but you're crossing over into granny territory here.
ほんとだ。私ってばすっかり保護者が板についちゃって。はあ、未婚なのに。
Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy in the future.
だといいんだけどね。
Since Arane arrived 2 days ago, the one who's changed the most in this town is probably Shino. She smiles dryly, lets out a sigh before turning to Kumiko and
そうい
Arane.
えば、哲司さんは？
Oh, Gramps is out doing some maintenance work. I think he'll be back in a little while. Did you need something?
ただ、ここであんな風に誰かがはしゃいでるなんて珍しいなと思って。
I guess that's true. For a while now, the only people working here have been Gramps, the owner, and me, his apprentice. From time to time, guys from other workshops will come over to help out, but usually it's just the two of us. Just the two of us working together in utter silence, covered in the tang of iron and oil. The only sounds you could hear besides our tinkering would be the radio in the background or Gramps getting angry at me, but I'd like to believe was an infrequent occurrence. When Kumiko started coming to help out, things got a bit more cheerful. But now we have Arane there.
それにしても、よく哲司さん、アレネちゃんを受け入れてくれたよね。
Ah, yeah. Still seems weird thinking back on it now. It was the morning after the decision was made that Shino would take care of Arane. I had been forced to bring Arane along since she refused to part from me like a little hatchling. Gramps had listened in silence as I explained at length what happened. He just had one thing to say afterwards.
わかった。お前が責任を持て。
And that was it. We went back to work. Even when Arane stares at Gramps as he works, he just carries on without showing any interest in her. I've only had 2 pieces of advice since then about Arane. 1. Give her a name. 2. Don't let her use the internet. Just those 2 things. Otherwise, he hasn't said a word about her since. I'm not sure why he went with those 2 pieces of advice, but there must have been a reason. He doesn't say anything without a good reason. I'm just the opposite, I guess. Kind of guy who calls a kid R because he has so little sense when it comes to names, really learning of any kind. Guess it means he accepted her.
うちのお父さんがある程度事情を話してたみたいだし、何より哲司さん、仕事一徹の人だしね。邪魔しなければ細かいことは別に構わないって感じだとは思うけど。
Grams is a bit of a demon when it comes to work, sure, but it's not like he's indifferent to everything else going on. As I can't say I have total confidence, though. Grams will just carry on with his work in silence. He has incredible focus. In fact, he's the type who you wouldn't expect to have any interests outside of
でも
work.
問題なくやってるんだよね。
Yeah, for now, I told Arane not to touch anything she doesn't need to. Not to mention that you're taking care of her during the day as well, Shino. Thanks.
そんなお互い様だよ。お互い様。
I actually reckon I've been leaving almost all the work to her. But we'd get stuck in a vicious cycle of apologizing to each other if I said that, so I'll give up now.
それにしても ネちゃん本当に機械が好きなんだね。家にいるときは本にも興味を示してくれるんだけど、やっぱり工場に来ると機械の方が気になっちゃうんだね。
I'm impressed that you can tell she likes machines so much.
見てたらわかるよ。ハルネちゃんが金属大好きなのなんてわかりやすいし。
I suppose so. I don't have the emotional maturity to accept things as they are like Shino does. There's a part of me that just won't accept anything until I know why it is the way it is. There are just too many things we don't know about Arune yet.
そんなこと言ったら、私だってケイ君のことまだまだわからないことだらけだよ。
Doubt it, we've known each other for over a decade.
むしろ増えていってる気がする。わからないこと。
You think so?
私のことしのお姉ちゃんって呼ばなくなったし、いつの間にか敬語で話すようになったし、一緒にお風呂入らなくなったし。
Oh, sure, I'm not gonna be a kid forever, you know.
はあ、子供じゃないか。あの頃はどこに行くにも私の後ろをついて回って可愛かったのにな。どうして呼ばなくなっちゃったのか謎だよ。
Well, I've grown up.
どうしてみんな大きくなっちゃうんだろうね。
What do you mean?
お姉さんちょっと寂しいなって。
I don't want to be a kid forever.
ケイ君
I realize my blunder the moment I see your expression. That, well, I guess the fact that I'm putting my foot on my mouth all the time is just proof I'm still a brat, huh? What are you laughing at?
なんか男の子だなって。
Nah, I'm gonna call over Kumiko and eat lunch. Our lunch break's gonna end soon, so... Splutter this out and quickly make my getaway lunch boxes in hand. I just know Shino's grinning behind me. I don't even have to turn around. Well, that's the sort of person she is. Well, I'm gonna end the party here.
セーブですか。仕方ありませんね。
Well, if you guys enjoyed this one, see you next time. Bye-bye.